out of local
Right.
roads.
If
we
they
could-
allow us to.
If the Act 51 falls within,
Okay.
and that's what the auditors were gonna, and I didn't make it back there to talk to them, and I told Jennifer that on the phone. I'll know tomorrow morning if we can do it.
11% of 750,000?
Well, all we're doing is right now is approving going after this, right?
$82,500.
I say let's
Well,
check
well,
into it
there's
and
a
see.
cost, there's a cost to going
Is
after
that a
it.
motion?
Right.
Because I support it.
No,
Well,
no,
and that's what I wanted to
There's
clarify.
the cost is gonna be the engineered drawings that they
Well,
got.
and that's what I wanted to talk about is at this point, there's different definitions of engineered drawings, plans and specs. What my intentions are is our office would prepare a set of design drawings and specifications that I would seal that are permittable, basically. So we would be able to utilize a lot of the aerials and online features that we have to show the aerial view and cut profiles off of that to show the water main that's gonna be proposed, and then along with some standard cut sections. But it's enough to get a DEQ permit, because that's the one, the MEDC application doesn't specify. And obviously within this time constraint, we're not able to do a complete constructible set of design drawings. All it says is sealed design drawings. Well, I take that to mean it's permittable, which that's something that's definitely permittable. So we didn't want to invest a ton of money for a grant that you may not get. So that was how we tried to be creative.
These are upgrades that we need to do anyways, if they're already deficient, and we need the plans anyways, if
Right.
we're ever gonna move forward and replace them, so.
Or if this grant ever comes available next year.
Yeah, I say we definitely, we should
There's
move
we have a
forward.
motion on the floor?
There is a motion and a
I
support.
support
All
it.
right, then let's vote.
Right.
Did you want me to tell you the cost? No?
Go ahead.
The cost here, I would wanna know the cost, because there's quite a cost involved. there.
$8,500.
I had
Oh, Larry,
yeah.
yeah, Larry's got it in front of
I
him.
got the letter.
And that's, and the intentions are is then, assuming you get the grant, which we find out June 10th. So there's a very quick
Right.
turnaround time, so that everything's due May 27th. And the intent with that $85 is to help the village achieve as many points as possible to receive the grants. And then you'll get an offer June 10th, and then there's another part to that, there's a part 2 to the application, which includes an environmental review and a lot of the finalizing cost estimates. So that'd be another cost associated with it to get that far. But right now, our intentions were, what can we do to get as many points as possible at the cheapest solution?
Right.
And then, assuming you get the grant, that's when we would do full-blown topos and designs and have a
If we didn't-
constructible set.
If we didn't do it now, next year it'd cost us $10,000 to get these drawings done.
Everything's going
so-
up, yeah.
And we're still gonna use them.
So, is this a money vote that we need to
Yes.
do a roll call on? then?
$8,500.
Right.
I want you to state your motion.
I make a
gotta
motion that
change
we
it to say
approve, that we pursue the MEDC's Michigan Community Development Block Grant with George Fraser.
At a cost.
And-
At a cost of $8,500 right now, and,
Yeah.
and
To get the grant.
for the, what do you call
To
To
prepare
submit the
the
part
grant.
1
them?
application.
Okay, so just part one application.
So if there's part 2, is there more money?
There would be, yeah, but it wouldn't be as much as part 1.
Support on that
Okay,
one.
yeah, I got it. I got it.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
tiered
John
process.
Dolan.
Chapman?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Heck?
Yes.
Tyler?
Yep.
Salman?
Yes.
Hager?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seriously, no.
Almost scoop then. I had to take someone out for dinner. Thank you so much, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Jennifer, you did a wonderful job.
You will be in touch with.
See ya. Have a good
You
night.
guys have a good night.
Find out that one municipality that did work, number 1.
I'll email you her sheet that she filled out with all the references.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Take care.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Item D, reimbursement of travel expenses.
Yeah, all this is according to our handbook, section 8.1, page 9 of the handbook. The council has to approve reimbursement for travel expenses. If anybody doesn't know, Larry went to a conference or something downstate and is asking for reimbursement of travel expenses to the sum of $283.23. So I'm just asking that we reimburse Larry for that because we have a book, we have a sticker.
You've already got support in a second.
Been moved and supported.
I move.
Was that part of the prepaid payroll and all those figures? Okay, so this is redundant, but okay. let's,
We just have to sign it.
Yeah, we just have to sign it. It is included in the
Okay.
paper.
Just have to sign
next month, I will explain why I did what I did, but I don't want to do that.
Well, that's okay. I just, right, when the bill was in there,
Yeah.
because the handbook says we have to approve it first. I know none of us are gonna say no either way, so,
Conley,
yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Happy,
Yes.
Tyler.
Yep.
Zelnat.
Yes.
There's a vote no.
Old business, banner poles.
Can that door be open?
I think a little miscommunication between Corey and I thought you were talking about for the big banner.
Night, Sam.
Okay. Sam wanted to know if
Are you gonna stay?
the banner poles, he wanted to know if he could proceed to get the hardware for them.
Yes,
So the big banner on the north end
no,
could be
that's
put
only
up.
on the north end of town.
Right.
Do we got the poles
By
back
the
there now
chamber
for that?
building. Well, remember at that meeting we talked about, I told you I thought the poles got broke? Poles didn't get broke, what happened was all the hardware got ripped out of the poles.
Oh, okay.
It's a matter of going up, drilling new holes, bolting new hardware up, put new cable across, new bolt winch back up, just that typical, about a half, 3/4 of the day's work and they're back up
Nothing
and
to
running.
it, Sam.
With probably an estimated cost, I think I told Larry about $300 for all the hardware.
Make
I
a
don't see any
motion
problem.
that Sam can fix the banner poles for $300.
Okay.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
So let's go back up then, Corey, what did you want?
No, I was talking about the lamppost banners, what I would talk about, I didn't know
He's
if it's
gotta
the same
come
thing.
up with more
Okay.
dollars.
And I, basically, that was wanting to know if that was, if I was to go ahead and proceed with that, that's what I thought it was.
No, well, from my perspective, the DDA's in charge and
Go ahead.
we gave you,
Whatever you're in your budget for, you can spend up, because we've already approved your budget with your
Well,
plan.
if I do a fundraiser to cover the cost of these, which is the intention, then the budget will have to be amended.
Yeah, that's what we told you when we come, instead of doing the fundraiser thing, that once you do raise the funds, we'll amend your budget to move forward.
So what I will do is, I will proceed with it.
I would ask, have you gotten with Sam on the light poles and what banners can be put in there, the sizes and all that? So Sam's in agreement?
He's gonna come down to the shop and measure up what we have.
Well, I
And
did
then
measure
if we
one.
have to make changes with them, we'll get together and make
Okay.
changes.
They're a standardized size, there's 3 standard sizes out there, and I'm sure these are 18 by 36. So, and that's how they're sold. Now, the place that we would probably go with is a custom, they'll do whatever we want them to do, but I'm certain they're great at 36, I'll stop down.
Yeah, we have talked about it, so.
Can you state your motion?
That Sam can make the repairs
It's not
or
an action item.
modifications to the
It's not
banner
an action
poles
item.
up
We
for
don't
free.
need it.
We don't need to make a motion for that, right? And it's not an action item, so.
Doesn't matter.
Never mind.
Yeah, Sam just needs to go fix it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
any public comment?
I got one
Yes.
that we've kind of skipped over, the pickup. New pickup, talked to Bill Campbell's about 2 weeks away. So the service box will be 2 weeks away, Butch is hoping to have it for 5 days. He'll have the box on it, the sale of the old truck. I kind of put the word out, we're gonna be putting a truck up for sale. And I kind of been saying right around that $20,000 range.
That's what we said.
And I have people right now that I think will write the village a check for that truck the very day we wanna go over and pick up our new one.
So you're thinking by our next council
That's
meeting?
fair to every other person in the public who wants to have the opportunity to
Well,
buy
we'll
it.
have to address it at the next council meeing and move forward there. Are we gonna do bids, are we gonna do first come, first serve? I mean,
To
I don't
me, $20,000 on a pickup, a used one, that's no brainer to me, I'd sell that sucker, somebody give me that jack.
I'm not gonna
We
disagree
didn't
with
look
you.
at
I think fair, I would
$3,500
just want everybody to have an equal opportunity to get it.
So,
Yeah, I think we can do that the next meeting. I did have one other thing there. Sam, can we look into the leaf area, get with the DQs and ask them, are we in compliance, not
no,
compliance?
we're in non-compliance, he told me that, we're allowed to keep 200 yards of leaves, it's that simple. After that, you have to apply for a permit from the DEQ to contain more than 200 yards of waste.
Can we?
It's
what's
that
Get rid
simple.
of it?
What that involves is soil borings. You don't want soil borings because the county had to dig all their sand out and burn it. So you know that property behind the county is not gonna pass.
Your hands
what
are
I
tied with
did
what we know right
was
now, yeah.
lock the gate and say nobody else is going in. We're saving the village money by not allowing nobody.
Can we,
If we get time to haul that stuff out, knock that pile in half, we can open it back up. But I'll go right back to what I always tell you guys. What did I do last week? I poured the cement slab in the camping park. Water mains should have been flushed 3 weeks ago. Why is the gate locked? Because we're just now flushing water mains.
Sign and let people just come and get it?
we can put it on Facebook,
It-
if you want
No,
a free compost.
Who's gonna lock the gates?
Nobody wants it, that's the point.
That's
Because
Well,
But
there's
they
too
know they
much
can
brush,
have it.
Right.
too much stuff has been brought into
Well,
it. That's my point,
hey,
people.
she
Right.
would
Well, the
buy
other
these
thing-
and
what-
take any consideration.
Just to open that, get that back open, would it behoove us to say, you know what,
It doesn't.
go to Buffman's and say, can you haul out, you guys need some of this? You're always
Well,
hauling.
wait, but.
I had told Larry-
Down and pick, what if someone goes and picks it up and there's a big rake, hunk of glass in it and they're cut up, then whose problem is it?
Can you take it up to the Shingles Township?
Buckets.
I could, but I had told Larry, if we're gonna haul it out, Sam has absolute, and I'll tell you what I'll do, I have no black dirt out to my house. There's over 100 yards of that composted material. If this village will allow me during working times to haul that dirt out to my house, I will take that. Free of charge. Cause I will spread it on my yard.
Well, what,
I don't think you could as a township official.
What's
You can't
township gotta
accept
do it?
gifts.
What's township gotta do it? We have to haul it somewhere. That's my point.
It's-
Nobody wants it.
Uh,
It has too much garbage in it.
Somebody's gotta do a lot of work to separate that.
there is a lot in it.
It-
I've seen it.
It's horrible. It's got pine cones, it's got everything in it. Nobody wants it.
what's the alternative?
Because people like Mr. Hurst, when they clean the yard up, they don't wanna haul the brush to the township, so they throw it in. The pine cones go right in, the stones go right in. The tarp that got ripped goes right in. And they unload it because nobody's there watching. Now, you wanna, Joe, you know what it's like.
Well, we bought them cameras to put up down there.
5 yards of dirt and you gotta rake out 2.5
Oh,
yards
yeah,
of
we do,
garbage.
yep,
That's a
that's
fact.
for sure. But if we're worried about somebody throwing stuff in there that they shouldn't, we've got them cameras that we can put back up again, right?
You're never gonna put them in where you're gonna see them outside of pulling the
All
tarp
right,
out.
we do catch them red-handed. Woo-hoo, what do we do?
What are you gonna do?
Scott goes and writes him a ticket for illegal dumping.
I didn't know. I didn't know that tarp was in there. How
Ignorance is no excuse in the law. No, I see what you're saying.
Make a
But let's
motion.
look at that.
I've got dirt out of there and there's a Barbie doll head in there.
Why can't we let Sam?
That's where she went.
Larry, can we have to make a motion for that?
Let's give it some more thought. Nothing's gonna happen in the next month.
Other than the DPW garage, they can haul these two now, we inspect it, and then we unload it right in a pile at the shop right there. And then we're gonna haul it up to the township when we get time.
Okay, that works for
That's
now.
all I can do for the residents, and I told them all that. Unless you're doing commercial business, then I'm not gonna accept it.
Right.
And if you would like, I will post it around town.
Right. If people know, they're coming to the shop already, so. it doesn't
Maybe
matter.
put one in the post office, just that they can still take the leaves down to St. Martin's garage for inspection.
Cigarette butts.
Rather than down there.
Yeah.
And then we'll look at
Cigarette
it.
butts.
That would be the grass.
And then Sam's not there and he comes back and there's a big problem. He's-
Well, Arnie Hurst's problem now is he can't play poker up to John Springstead because of me. That's a fact. I mean, the only person ever been kicked out of the card game, Arnie Hurst. Never go back. All right, Larry?
Adjourn that meeting.
We have a motion on the floor.
I don't care about that camera.
And we'll support, all in favor of the adjournment?
Aye.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, what?
Me.
Tyler, made the motion,
What?
Brian supported.
What? I'm not, I'm going on here to have a cigarette real quick. Well, whatever you gotta do.
Sam?
What?